This meeting's being recorded.
By who? By
Yes.
whom?
Hello,
The
everyone. Oh, no, go ahead. Your
that was
thing's more
it.
important.
The
Oh,
Uh,
hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest episode of You Hate to See It. We're back at it after a week off. That
actually like 3 minutes, but yeah.
is what
yeah.
happens with the bi-weekly release. I'm Adam.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Nick.
In this episode, we're talking about Nick's grooming allegations.
Against me or from me? Which one?
Yes, one led to
Oh,
the other.
oh no.
Um, this week I thought we'd do something a little simple.
Why do I feel like this is going to be a TikTok trend that we're about to fucking pull off?
No,
We're actually gonna start singing.
Oh,
we
we're get,
are
we're gonna
going to
diss Drake.
give people advice.
Oh God. Okay. All right. This
I,
is
I don't
I
like where this is
that's
going.
one of my
Are we
favorite
gonna,
things to do.
are we gonna have to come up with inspirational quotes on our own?
I am on r/need advice,
Oh
and I've
God.
organized them by hottest.
Okay.
Um,
Can
and
you post our answers? Whatever we come up with, can you fill out?
do
Make us a you
I
hate
so
to see it Reddit page and then go.
we do have a You Hate to See It Reddit page, but I don't remember if we have a You Hate to See It profile, and I have to look on my phone because you're not allowed to have multiple accounts on a computer. I don't have a You Hate to See It account on my phone. Uh, but we do have a Reddit page.
Okay.
We have two of them actually, but
It's nice.
I needed to make sure we got YOUH82CIT and You Hate to See It.
Fair.
So I
The
Good.
made
fact
both.
that you hate to see it wasn't already taken.
There are very many other variations, and I'm surprised we got the one we
The
got.
one,
Actually, I
yeah.
think I had to. No, I had to take over it.
You think I remember you talking about
Yeah,
that?
you hate to see it was used, and the person hadn't been active in like 6 years, so I had to take it over. Um. Anyway,
All right, yeah. Well, I mean,
so we're in our session advice.
we're three white dudes in our late 20s. We can give great life advice.
Excuse me, three what dudes?
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Okay. So there's two white guys, one
And I'm Mexican with a red
sort of
someone
beard.
who should,
Hispanic,
I was gonna say someone who should
one
be considered
Republican,
human.
and two people who are in the middle. So, oh yeah,
I got some heated I'm ready, dude.
So
I'm
first
scared of what
question, what
they
should
need
I do
advice
about
on.
this abortion? No, I'm just kidding, Nick. That will
No,
probably that joke's gonna, that
no,
joke's
let
gonna
me
be
go, let me
cut.
cook. Let me cook.
No, that joke's gonna be cut, and that's just gonna be a little fun thing
At
for the
first, I thought you
Patreons.
said disabortion, like we reversed it. I was like, so was just immediately impregnated.
Um, so this first one, oh, that's a big long post, so we'll see how much I actually read. About to be kicked out. What's my best plan of action? Hi, I'm in a bit of a situation right now, and I'd like to work through this and figure out what options I have. So I turned 18 last month and I'm attending high school. I live with my mother, my little brothers, and some other relatives while my father lives in New York. For the most part, school is going great. I'm passing all my classes. I don't get any trouble, and I'm going to college in the fall.
Yeah, what's the issue?
Um, I'm skipping through. It's like 6 paragraphs.
It's a lot of
Uh,
paragraphs.
my mother and I are a bit of a falling out. She's had problems with me smoking weed and going out with friends. She doesn't approve of weed at all, which I understand, and I've now quit. However, because
Oh, start smoking weed again. Next
yeah,
one.
she assumes that I'm still smoking weed, even though I'm not, doesn't trust me and refuses and is kicking me out, but also refusing to let me go anywhere. My dad's willing to fly me down to New York, uh make me quit my job and help me sign up for the military. Um I don't want to throw away the future that I've built up here.
Okay, question one: are you okay with going into the military? Because
It doesn't-
I guess that's fine.
I'm
I don't
unsure.
know.
And
I'm
also, how much longer in school?
unsure.
Because I mean, if this is hottest, what you got like 2, 3 more months of school? I think you could just deal with being the new kid for 2 to 3 months, and then go into the military.
Yeah,
If you're okay with
If
going
you want,
into the
if you don't
military.
want to go into the, it sounds
Yeah.
like that's the dad's option of like you
Okay.
come here, you go to the military. I'm trying to
Wild
skim
that that's the only
through.
option they have in New York.
I respect the dad though for that being the option.
He's a police officer, and that's his punishment for
Ah.
smoking weed. Is
Oh, wow,
you have to
okay.
go, you
Oh,
have
no,
to join the
no.
military
Oh,
no,
because you
that's-
smoked weed, and
no,
I'm a
that-
police
No, that
officer.
is a
that's-
life. That is a life.
They also won't take you
Choice.
for that. They also won't take you if that's.
Oh, then
your-
yeah, so then do that. If the military refuses you, then you're good.
Well, no, because they
Fucking-
said they stopped smoking weed. So if they drug test, it won't come up. Like they would take them.
But so
Then.
you're being kicked out because your mom doesn't believe you that you're not
Okay,
smoking
so
weed,
best-
and because you did smoke weed, your dad's making you join the military. But you're
Best
18,
option.
so
Best option here is
Go join
don't
the
ta-
French Foreign League.
No, don't take your don't go with your dad. Just discard that option. If your mom still doesn't believe that you saw smoking weed, make it worse. Do a harder drug. Show her how bad it
Start
could be.
smoking meth with your
Yeah.
brother.
this
Yes,
is good.
make it yes, and then introduce your younger siblings to the drugs that you are now doing,
Yeah.
and then become a drug dealer, make more, and then buy your mom's house and kick her out. Best advice.
I think you might have just described fucking Kaiser, or not Kaiser Sose. Fuck, who's the dude from Narcos?
I've never seen that.
Who is the biggest drug dealer in the world? I can't remember his name.
Escobar.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar. I don't know why I couldn't remember. I think that might have been the story of Pablo Escobar.
That is my life advice. Screw whatever your dad's saying, because the punishment for smoking weed should not be a lifelong devotion to the US military.
unless you want to go to the U.S. military.
Yeah,
My-
if you're fine with going to the military, take it. Like I think you could get through your
Great
3 more
career
months.
options. Like it's
Only
Look.
do one. Only serve one.
yeah. Don't sign up for the 6-year hitch.
Yeah.
And then,
Mine
and
would
then-
be you're
I
18
hate
years old,
people.
find someone that you can live with till you get out of high school, and then
I
figure
mean,
your
I
shit
moved
out.
out. Well, I moved out when I turned 18, and I only had a month left, but I just went and lived with friends for like that.
Yeah, I
last
mean,
month.
I moved out when I was 17, so like,
But in all fairness, like the actuality, like real advice would be, yeah, try to find if you have friends that like you can move in with, especially like if they're a little bit older and they're already like they have jobs and stuff. Try to pay, like have a job, try to pay some rent, see if you can make like an agreement with them that like you can't afford like the exact like I mean I don't know how much they're making, but like fucking housing's insane, rent's insane. So
especially New York area.
yeah, so say that you're willing to pay as much as you can for rent, but like you obviously still need money to survive as a human being.
There's
So
also this option: buy a bus ticket to North Dakota, become an oil worker. You will make more than everyone you know.
yeah, or what is that? Northwest
Yeah,
Texas
West
is
Texas.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the oil
great
fields.
show.
all right, that's one life saved.
With many options you can take.
Yeah.
And honestly, all of them fantastic, great options.
Yeah.
Next, friend has suddenly stopped replying to messages. I don't know if I did something wrong.
Show up at his house.
Were you blackout drunk?
I have a friend I met through university. He's taking a year off. He is still on our housing contract, although living back at home, so I have kept regular contact with him. I haven't been feeling great recently, and the housing situation has gotten a bit tricky with regards to rent payments. He was unable to pay, but eventually got a job. But I felt bad for how the whole thing had turned out, so I sent him a long message saying I didn't want him to feel like we had a grudge against him and that I missed having him around because things were difficult, and he was one of my best friends. He responded the following day in a text message, but I didn't understand something he wrote. So I called to clarify. I thought he had implied we weren't friends, and he only talked to us because we lived with him. We called later, and he explained that he meant he's not good at texting, so often doesn't reach out to ask how people are. This might be confusing to read, but I understood what he meant, and it was all fine. He asked how I was doing, told me not to work too hard, and then said he had to go. I messaged him about something random later that day. I know he doesn't often reach out unless he has something to ask or say, but he has always been quick to respond to my messages, i.e., less than a day. He didn't respond quickly, but since he has been working, I assumed he was probably quite tired. I followed up a week later, no response. Another week goes by. I tried calling him, left a voice message. It went straight to voicemail. Tried calling in the evening when I knew he wouldn't be working and the call wouldn't connect, so tried on WhatsApp to no response. I usually wouldn't call that many times, but I wasn't sure if the calls were going through. That was yesterday and still nothing. I sent a message saying I am here if he wants to talk, and that is all I can do for now, but I'm worried I might have done something to upset him. He's quite out of character and responded to me quite quickly before I spoke to him on the phone a few weeks ago. He has taken a year out due to poor mental health, so I think it's also likely he is struggling and isolated, but can't shake the feeling I have done something wrong. Um,
Make sure he's alive.
Yeah.
well, if you're going
Step
straight
one.
to voicemail, his phone's either dead, off, or you've been blocked.
You should
So
probably make sure that dude's alive.
make sure he's alive first. Then after that,
Show up to his house.
he probably, if he is alive and he is just not speaking to you, he would 100% meant what was said in the text, where you weren't actually friends. You called him to clarify. He spun you a load of bullshit to get you off the phone and then blocked your ass. Move the fuck on.
I was gonna say, I think like after like making sure they're alive, I think it's just you just bite the bullet and you just move on. Like it's clearly like if you're putting in effort and they're giving you none back, if they are going through a mental thing and they
They'll
do
come back
yeah, I
eventually.
was gonna say if they
We
come
had
back
this with
eventually,
Garrett.
That is
Garrett
true.
literally did this to us.
Another thing
when they
that
come back,
is-
just accept them with open arms and like
Yeah.
maybe then talk about it. But I mean, at this point, it's another whole human being that's not you. You just got to let them go do whatever the fuck they're doing.
another option is to sign him up for the United States military.
Take his number and
I want
sign
you to
him
know
up
from
to
now
all
on-
of the political parties' cold calling systems.
I want you to know the rest of this episode, one piece of advice will be getting someone into the military.
Yes, yes.
Next, is it bad that I get really uncomfortable when near a man? No. Sign up for the military.
The military will
fix that.
the military will get you comfortable with men at some point. It will be
Yeah.
super horrible during boot
I'm
camp
I'm
and
not even
everything,
going
but
to
you will eventually have to get used
It's
to men.
segregated boot camps. You don't even have to be around men until
I'm not
You're
even
out
going to
of
read
that.
the whole post. Genuinely, is it bad that you're uncomfortable when you're a man? No.
when you're near a man or when you are a man.
I mean, if you're just uncomfortable when you're around men, no. That
No.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Statistically
I mean,
and
we don't know.
historically, men
Yeah.
are awful. So
And like, it's also like statistically.
sometimes they
yes,
say
but
goofy
like,
things.
It's
sometimes
more of
they make a podcast.
one bad dude makes everyone look fucking horrible for the rest of the time. So no, I don't think it's bad. Like, but it's something you should probably work on.
Yeah, I'd work on getting more comfortable, but also
I feel like there also
you
needs
should
to be
always
more
be
because there's
like
probably a
wary
backstory
around
behind
random
that.
people.
Yeah, no matter what gender, you should always be kind of aware of your surroundings and wary of anyone. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think there's more to that backstory that we would need to get better advice because if it was like you had a fucking abusive parent or something, like abusive dad or brother or something, obviously there's something way more in depth you have to do. But no, it's not bad that you're, yeah, it happens. I'm always weary around Nick, and he's a man, so.
I'm also weary around myself. Sometimes I'll just start touching myself and I don't know why.
That or it's the constant stains on every shirt or
the holes,
Oh fuck, there's one.
the
Okay.
bleach.
his flies down.
That might be a mark. Is my fly down? My fly is down.
I know Nick too well. Let's move on.
How should I call out of work with an injury? Do I even let my job know? At my job, it's completely understaffed, and I'm typically the only person that shows up to my shifts.
Yes, you
One-
should let your job know.
Yes,
Yes.
one, let your job know. Two,
Also,
immediately
join the
start looking for-
military.
get a new job by going to the military because they will understand your injury.
It's
then
not
you'll still have
service
to-
related.
yeah, you will still have to do it, but they'll know that you have one.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're injured. Do whatever the fuck. I mean, hopefully you went to the doctor, but also we're in America, so understandable that you didn't. If you did not,
Well, I mean, this is Reddit, so this person might not be
Yeah.
American.
that's why I said if you're American, it's understandable
If-
why you didn't.
If you're in Myanmar, you should probably let them know because juntas are mean.
Yeah, you should let them know, and if they tell you to still come in, go to the doctor and get a note. We don't know what this injury is. You could have broken a fucking nail for all we know,
I
but
could look it up, but I've already scrolled past it.
that's fine.
Sweet.
Yes, let them know and then sign up for the military.
Also, listen to our podcast, the back episodes, while you're on recovery.
True. We have a whole backlog of 3-4 years now. I don't know how long we've done this. I'm old.
We started in
Yeah.
2020, January 2020, so
5
we're
years.
in our 5th year right now.
So 4 years of backlog.
Yep.
Ignore like 2 through 4. It gets a little
Yeah.
rough there.
If you see anything called story time, ignore it.
That's not on our Patreon,
Oh, thank God.
which
Those were fun,
I'm sad about because I wish we still had those.
Those were fun.
They
They were-
stupid
They
They
were
were so
not.
dumb.
They were fun to do, not
Yeah.
fun to listen
to listen to. Yeah, when you were sober.
I feel
3
like
weeks
we
later.
I feel like we could definitely revamp that into a way better fucking thing.
Ugh.
But I think we leave it there in its grave, 25 feet under the ground.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Well, this person just says needs some guidance. I wonder what that's.
I
Means-
cast guidance. Move on.
Aha! It's only 2 paragraphs, so I can read this. I'm completely stuck in life and don't know what to do. I'll try and keep my
Join the
entire
military.
life story to a minimum, or else this post would be 1,000 words long. But let me start off with myself. I don't care who you are, but you do live in the Egypt.
In the
Your
Egypt,
your
Egypt?
family is bankrupt, living on
Mhm.
father's pension, which is barely enough to afford the basic needs of life. I have no high school diploma. As of right now, I have no future. I'd get my GED, however, I cannot afford it at the moment, even if I were
They
to
have
find
GEDs in Egypt.
I'm sure. Even if I were to find some sort of job here, the economical situation in Egypt
In Egypt. In Egypt.
is so dire that people with 10 plus years on the workforce are still making barely enough to get by. That leaves me with trying to get a remote job overseas and earning money in a foreign country. I'd like to know if it'd be worth for me to self-study 3D modeling or programming, which I already have some experience in, or any other subject to try and make some sort of decent money for myself and actually start to dig myself out of this hole.
yeah, I
3D
think
3D modeling is like a pretty
I-
solid.
I think if you have access to any type of decent computer, teaching yourself any like programming,
Yeah.
IT,
Yeah.
anything.
create a
think you'll-
Fiverr account.
Yeah, I think
so-
you'll be able to do 3D modeling. I mean, you could probably get yourself out there on like fucking Etsy and all that
Yeah.
type of shit too. Have like
Uh,
multiple different revenue
if
sources.
you're gonna go into like this kind of creative outlet, genuinely don't. If you're trying to do like 3D modeling, don't do it to get into like the film industry because the film industry has not bounced back yet, and there are more workers than there are jobs. So you're going to be training for a long time for work that's not there.
Well, I mean,
but
you
if
could
you're
do,
Make
doing
your
the-
make your own fucking series.
or
Yeah, if-
like or
yeah,
make
if you
like
want to
become graphic design. Like you got like
but-
commercials and stuff there. Like I think doing something to narrow this down before we just list everything. Teaching yourself.
You could
something
always join the
online.
military.
You could always join.
I-
I don't know how Egypt works. I
You
don't think that
probably.
works.
There might be conscription in Egypt. I don't know.
Yeah, I think teaching yourself anything with a computer will probably get you forward. It might
You
not
could
be-
always.
it might not be a huge step, but
You could
definitely
always
getting somewhere.
scam Russian tourists at the base of the pyramids.
Yeah.
or rob the pyramids.
True. Can't join the U.S. military if you do that, though.
He's Egyptian.
And
Well, he wouldn't join the U.S. military as he's still an Egyptian citizen, and we're
become
currently
a
not
U.S.
taking.
citizen.
We're not currently taking applications. Have you not heard?
Further, I'm sure. Oh, you know what? This
Join
is
the Ukrainian front. They need people.
French Foreign Legion. But you gotta speak French.
We'll do one more thing here. This is advice that people have
That is
gotten.
what we're giving. Oh,
And we'll rank this advice.
okay. Big ranking podcast now.
Modern dancing is simple. You just write your name in the air with your ass. Nick, try.
I'm thinking about.
No, try.
You guys are
Do
gonna
I
have
have
to
to?
be.
Do I have to do it in cursive?
It's up
Do
to
both.
you. Yeah.
I guess this is the start. Oh, that was my niece.
What are you
Yeah.
spelling? Does
That
that was
think
not
that's-
that was not an N.
That was
That was an
that,
N.
that was backwards, but
Eh, eh, eh,
okay.
eh, 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 eh.
Okay, now
There's the K.
all
That
right.
was the K.
I was waiting for the dot on top of the I, honestly,
I think
but
that-
it
No,
never
the
came.
dot would have been good.
Yeah.
A little
Dot
blue
would have
pop.
been good. It's rough. It's rough. You know what? It might be hard. Modern dancing might be harder than these people give it credit for.
So-
How is that advice that was given?
I don't know. I don't know.
Join the military. Get your fucking life figured out. That was stupid.
Never tell a woman she's overreacting, or you'll see just how badly she can.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
true.
that's
that's
good
yeah.
advice.
As someone
And if you
who
do
does that a
tell
lot.
them, if you do tell them they're overreacting, join the military. Get the fuck out.
My grandpa once signed my high school graduation book as pyramid scheme.
as pyramid
How is
scheme?
that? Where is this advice?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm literally just on Ask Reddit now.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
Is he trying to say high school's a pyramid scheme?
I don't know.
Maybe I could see it.
I can't. The kids aren't making.
I don't
The kids
get
aren't
it.
attempting to make money off of
I
anything.
don't get it. Never turn down some lovin'. Tired, hungover, sick, PhD dissertation due tomorrow. If she's good to go, just get it up and get it done.
Huh.
Yeah, that's probably true.
If you want to responsibly use drugs, I guess that's okay. Just nothing with syringes.
I don't know. Cocaine's pretty fucked.
You can smoke meth.
Yeah. So no,
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad advice.
bad advice.
Bad advice. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, huffing paint not good. Like
Yeah. Whippets. Whippets can be a problem.
Bath salts.
yeah,
Yeah.
no good. No,
Okay.
Unless
Bad
it's crocodile.
that's a syringe.
Do crocodile.
Syringe.
From 9 to 5, think with your brain, and when you get home, think with your cock.
No, seems bad. I think that
Bad.
we're men. That can end so
Yeah.
horribly.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
can end
yeah.
badly.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why people are uncomfortable around that. And
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes